welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Giants and the Bengals coming up next.
After 272 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar, and it happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals and the champions of the NFC, the New York Giants. Two teams in this one going in the right direction. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico. After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And off we go on EA Sports. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
As much as you try to tell yourself, Mike, that this is just another game, the reality is it just isn't. It doesn't matter if it's your first Super Bowl or your 10th. This is the game you've dreamt about playing in from the first time you put on pads all the way back in Pop Warner. You're bound to get emotional in some capacity, but you have to get that out of the way and get ready to do everything in your power to turn those childhood dreams of hosting the Lombardi into a reality. As long as this guy does his part, you're going to have a fighting chance to come out on top.
And he's got a Bengals first down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
He admitted to us the other day, Mike, that he's started to feel a little anxious as game day approached, and I think that's normal. Winning the NFC, that's one thing. But this is the type of stage that can take your legacy to a whole nother level if you're able to come out on top. But in order to make that happen, he's going to have to put those nerves behind him as soon as possible. The last thing you want to do is put yourself in an early hole because you just couldn't settle down. If he's able to remain calm, play his game, his team's going to have a great chance to end this night as world champs.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Room to run inside the 40. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
And that is incomplete.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That one complete to Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Motion man is Rice. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, and they are going to set up from the 7-yard line. They're going to motion the tight end over here. A run on 1st and goal. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now it is 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down right around the 9.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
3rd and goal. They'll throw out of the gun. This one caught at the 4. And his defense going to get to him at the 3-yard line, bringing up 4th down. Here it is, a zone read. And he will take it in himself. Touchdown, New York. Greg, I wasn't so certain about leaving the offense out there, but they did, and it paid off with a touchdown.
And I love it, Mike. I think we're starting to see this more and more often in today's NFL. Take advantage of field position. Put the trust in your offense. It's exactly what their head coach does here, and certainly pays off.
The extra point is good. And the Giants are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
Now, a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Here's their punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Quick throw taken in. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll look to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up 1st downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So, 1 quarter down here on Super Bowl Sunday. It's the Giants leading this one early. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. 3rd and a yard. Going to try to pick up the 1st down with his own read.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
Quickly to the outside and complete.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Here's 3rd and 2. Motion man is Rice. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
That one hauled in. It's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10. Back to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
The PAT, up and good. The Giants move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's got room to the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. To the air now on 1st and 10. Man open is Jones. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Bengals are on the board. It's now 14-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, New York. Now, the extra point. It's up and good. And the Giants will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll begin here on the ground. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Giants sending out their punter. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Now a give on the ground. Up the sideline to the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 33 yards. They'll come up here 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Slot man in motion right. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. He is in. Touchdown, Bengals. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
The extra point, up and good. And the Bengals draw closer here. It's 21-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense. And their running back set to go once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's a designed run. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll complete that to his fullback. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Giants offense going to take over here in the last minute of this 1st half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape. We're not real accustomed to seeing these sort of plays out of this guy. He's more of the dirty work, kind of behind-the-scenes role player, but tell you what, he keeps coming through for this offense, and he's going to find himself with a couple more touches. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. 3rd down, 3 to go. He'll try and get there on the ground. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break. The Giants sending out their punter. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
So we are at halftime here in the Super Bowl. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game
left in the NFL
where the last
season
score wins.
We decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So now this team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. He'll get this one out to his fullback. Finding room at midfield. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They try the jet sweep to the left. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
From the 6, here comes a return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. This team's offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. First and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He's going to tuck it and go.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw here is complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
1st down throw there is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Jones motioning here. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's a handoff. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of the fullback. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Back to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. He's going to look for the home run ball.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. That is caught. He gets the hookup with Rice. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, Giants.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw again. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. He chooses to keep it on the zone read. And he will have a Giants first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
The advantage to this play call, Mike, is as an offense, you now can account for one extra defensive player. In this case, it's the quarterback reading the end. He goes after the running back. He pulls it, keeps it himself.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
3rd and long. Knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. And now the punting unit will come up as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now a give up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. He's got it. And he's taken down up past the 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Receiver in motion, headed left. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense.
He'll look to throw. He'll complete that to his fullback. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bengals out and ready to punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
You just never want to overthrow an open receiver. If anything, even if the receiver just has to slow down a little bit to run under the ball, that's okay. It might not end up in a touchdown, but you're at least going to end up with a completion.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. back to throw here to begin the drop.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw, taken in. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They come up for 2nd and 2. Jones motioning here. They'll look to throw yet again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but he has the first down inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. He's got it at the 3.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Bengals. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. Now quick throw taken in by Brown. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. That's into the hands of the fullback. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. Man in motion is Brown. Throw to the right flat. It is caught.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here's 1st and 10. To the left side in the hands of Rice. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Back to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Gonna need a big play now. 3rd down and long. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. And the Bengals have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. There's Commissioner Goodell, set to hand the Lombardi Trophy to the Cincinnati Bengals. On top of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions. So that'll do it for another spectacular season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Greg Olson, and our entire crew, I'm Mike Tirico. We'll do it again come the fall. Till then, so long from the Super Bowl.